My eyes are really messed up again. I feel like I'm in a twilight zone, and I'm gonna tell you why. What these people are doing to us, the ones that are able to isolate, the ones that they're able to really dig their heels in and get us all in a state of isolation. Isolating out here is one, but to keep you in a state of isolation is a different thing. Isolation out here is isolation from friends, family, support systems, schools, churches, co-workers, neighbors, anything, even acquaintances, even somebody, hey, the guy at the sandwich shop or the restaurant or the whoever. Isolation, state of isolation is nothing changes. Everything has plateaued. Everything is at a standstill. Moving, but nothing that makes, and there's someone like a heavy energy right here trying to mimic me. This is how they bless me. This is what I mean. They're blessing me with my own thoughts. Hellfire. If there's such a thing as hellfire, fire and sulfur, lake burning, I can see why Jehovah God made it. I can see why he created this lake of fire and sulfur. These people insist on being evil. They will fight for their rights to be evil. They fight for it like it's freedom for them. I see why he created it. It's mentioned in the Bible. I don't know if it's real, but if it's real, oh boy, do I see the reason for it. He's going to give them what they want. For them, that's freedom. Unfortunately for them, there's no getting out of it. Unfortunately for them, lake of fire and sulfur, there's no getting out of it. He said, you will see the smoke that will burn forever. As a reminder to you, if you fuck up, you're going to end up right there with them. It's a reminder to us that if we fuck up like they do, because it's possible to happen again. It is possible that it may happen again because we have freedom. The freedom to fuck up, or the freedom to actually don't harm anyone. You don't have to be nice and hug them and love them and give them all your money and your bread. Do not harm them. Do not go out of your way to harm them. If you can't help them, Les Brown said this, if you can't help them, don't harm them. These people fight. They will fight you to hurt you. They fight you to hurt you. I'll tell you something. This state of isolation, they create a state of isolation where you feel cut off and you go through motions every day. Nothing gets done. And you're slipping into a world where you're watching everything crumble that you're trying so desperately to build and to hold on to. And they must crush it just because they can. I'm not talking about going out there and raping someone, breaking and entering and pilfering somebody's purse, or raping the sleeping body, or lopping off a limb, or touching somebody's child. No. We're not trying to do that to work. We're trying to build something that's attacking us in real time. What's coming out of me is a mixture of like glue and something that burns, it just burns. When I pull the covers over, I can't, it's alcohol, not drinking alcohol, rubbing alcohol coming out from inside me. If it's not vinegar, chlorine, it's alcohol. From inside, it's coming out from inside of me. I promise you, I'm not lying. I'm not making it up. It's almost like they want, when you die, they'll just look at you and say, well, this is a chronic alcohol abuser, and just dump you in a pile. They'll just dump you in a pile. But whatever this is, they want to keep us in this state of isolation. And the state of isolation is not a productive one. It's not one that you can feel a sense of accomplishment about. Do you know what it is to build something, get a job, build a business, try to advertise, try to talk to a client, try to write a resume, try to put out a resume, and have it all dashed over and over and over and over and over? I was in a state of being that I believe, I could be wrong, that I created in 2008 to 2015. I was out of it. I was not doing well. And I did get out of it. Like, let's say 2008 to 2012, 4 years. And I did get out of it. But within that time, it was like, no, I forgot my train of thought. I forgot my train of thought. I learned something, though. I learned how to get out of it. I learned a sense of accomplishment. It was not good. When I started to work, I got out of it. I did real well. This here, when I came up with the thought, somebody said, and I heard this on YouTube, that's when I learned about EFT and tapping, which is a passion of my life, releasing. It's, if you can't have bad luck 100% of the time. You can't have good luck 100% of the time. Meaning, you can't win all the time, but you certainly can't lose all the time. And with them, in our lives, it's just lose, 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 till we can't lose anymore. There's nothing left. You know what they want? Is for us to go there with them, to burn in that lake of fire and sulfur. Why? Not because we did something to them, but because they have prior crimes they believe that they can't get out of. The day of reckoning is going to put them there. That's a dangerous group of people who feels that they will cause a problem. That they are going to get in trouble. It's going to be permanent. Lake of fire and sulfur, and they want us there. Why not? If they've already messed up so badly, why not? Because they hear people talk about God. If they never, ever, ever, ever heard the word God, Jehovah, Creator, whatever name they want to give him, the Creator, the Creator who created them, they heard about him because we talk about him. All of us people who are atheists turn to God for this. Who consider themselves atheists. I don't believe that that's a possibility. But they actually, we speak about it. We talk about it. We call on him. We pray. They have heard about this Creator. They know. So they know about the lake of fire and sulfur. They know there's something called salvation. They know there's forgiveness. And they still choose to do wrong. They fight for their rights to do wrong. They will beat you upside the head to make you know it's their right to do wrong. They call it their world. Their world is to mess up. Unfortunately, their world is, you are part of their world and you don't want to be. You're like the centerpiece and they're all stabbing you with their forks. You're like the centerpiece on the table and they're all stabbing you with their forks. Because you represent something that tells them their salvation and they don't want it. That's okay. Why do they insist on taking us with them or convincing us that we don't have any other choice but to go there? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe there is a spirit or something running around. I don't know. They want to hear that as well because that's their excuse. Now, they're not going to take that and go. They're hearing me right now. They're not going to say, well, okay. They want me to tell them that that's what it is. It's not going to make any difference even if I do. 2 minutes later, they'll be back to doing the same thing to me. So, one thing, don't let them bully you. Don't let them bully you into giving them a free pass. It doesn't work. These are not people who will just accept, well, oh, salvation is possible and leave you alone. They just don't do that. There's no point to prove because this is not based on anything. It's not religious. It's not for a cause. It's not for any particular active, the T word to make a statement. They're not protesting something. They're not for something. It's not about anything. It's just people who like to do evil things. Not doing anything. Ask them the reason why they're gang stalking. No one knows. It's not for anything in particular. Nobody's being gang stalked for a reason. There is no reason. It's not about DARPA or energy weapons or the government or the private sector or your neighbor or your wife or your husband or whoever. There is no point to this. They're not trying to prove a point. Nobody's challenging them. Nobody is saying, well, show me your weapons. People have been doing that since eons. Show me your leader. Give accountability for this, this, and this. People who actually will stand on a podium in a public square and there are people listening, to the point where the police officers and horses have to show up to contain them. We don't do any of that. When was the last time you stood on a podium and accused someone or try to hold someone accountable for what they've done? We don't do that. My point is there is no point to this gang stalking. It's just people being evil. Nobody's asking about weapons until this started coming out. They started asking about weapons, and after this, they started using them. And now they're using not just the energy weapons, they're using other things. They're using poisons in our bodies. Nobody's standing on the pulpit anywhere asking these questions. My point is, it's not like they're trying to say, well, if you don't shut up, I'm going to do these things to you. It's not that. People have been asking about these weapons ever since they heard they were being manufactured or trying to get patents for them and all these things, or protesting them being used in a war. It's not a new thing. We're talking decades ago. Decades ago. This is not something new. We are not challenging anybody. We don't build podiums. We're not that kind of activists. Most we'll do is to record them. And you could see it, something. When we're recording them, when they're following us, you see how we look? You see, I can see it. You see that helpless frustration we have. We want to scream and there's nobody to listen except the gang stalker behind. They want to laugh, we want to scream, we want to rant and rave. This, you feel that burn of frustration and that helplessness and hopelessness. I hear it in their voices. You're making the recording and you're seething and there's nowhere to put that anger. There's some schmuck in the back following this guy or this lady. Somebody paying him $50, $20, $100, $400 just to follow this person around and make them miserable. If the person is known as a child molester or some type of, you know, the word terrorist, let's put it out there, following him, almost touching his back of his pants, it's not going to stop him. It's not going to intimidate him. It's not going to do a damn fucking thing. All it'll do is probably prompt him to do something sooner. It's not going to do any damages. It's not going to make him change his mind. It'll just irritate him more into faster action. So, this is not something that is just going to go away just like that. People have been opposing these people, questioning about these weapons for a long time. So I am not an activist, and most of you are not activists. So you don't really care. But here we are, and I'm telling you that gang stalking is not based on anything. These people have no points to make. They don't have a point to make. What happened in was it Bin Laden? I don't know if I used that word or not. I used the name or not. He was trying to prove a point. It was some religious belief or some political belief or some, Eastern, Western type stuff going on. I don't know. This, he had a semi-point. There's no need to kill people. However, you show me where's the basis for gang stalking. There isn't one. It's this isolation. I can't take it. Because you sit here, watch them dismantle everything you try to do. You watch them dismantle everything you try to do. And you're just locked in this headlock and you don't know how to get out of it. Because all you know is this air, this environment they're trying to create, and they do try to create it. They do try to create this environment. They do try to create an environment where now they're telling me, these people, you guys who are making comments, they're telling me what you're thinking. They're telling me what you're thinking. So, no. They just try to distract people. Maybe they want you to know, well, they can read your mind. They're psychics extraordinaire, if you're interested. So, well, whatever. It's just this isolation, just watching everything you try to do dismantled. Everything you try to do dismantled. They're threatening me with deportation. They're threatening me with everywhere I go, they're going to follow me. They must have crawl spaces to crawl in, vents to gas you, doing all kinds of things. And somebody asked me, are my eyes okay? I don't know. What do you think? I go to sleep, but I don't think I'm really rested. They're in my head all the time. They're looking in your head. Your head is like a playground for them after you go to sleep. Your brain stays awake for 4 hours after you fall asleep. And that's when you find that they'll let you sleep for 4 hours and then wake you up. That's what they do. They're in your brain, hooked onto it, just, I don't know what the heck they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. But whatever this is, this isolation. It's kind of hard. And just locked in it, you don't have any access to someone to talk to, someone to actually feel a sense of security through, or with, or somebody who feel like even if they just understand you, you know what I mean? Even if they just understand you, or whatever this is, it's just hard. And they use the technology on your throat where it's like somebody has like a microchip, a little transistor. They stick it against the side of your artery, your throat, your voice box, and then you have one block of energy where you have two people. That's you and this person trying to formulate the words, trying to get the thoughts out using different words. You might end up saying a word that you've never pronounced before. It's just a noise, or it goes in a different direction. But I'm thinking of all the damages that are doing to your throat and your muscles, especially around your throat and here as you speak. Because they do the technology, I don't know how they do it. I think they just have a lot of time on their hands and they sit down and they systematically, one at a time, decorate our bodies with everything they can find. Just decorate the body with everything they can find. Just like a Christmas tree, and they put lights all over. Then they hang little ornaments, little bulbs, little reindeers, little trees, little knickknacks. They just hang them all over. Everything they can find, anything they can find, they just hang them on a tree. That's where they are with me. I don't know what's going on with you. That's where they are with me right now. Just hanging everything they can find on a tree. Just to entertain themselves at this point until they kill me. The lake of fire and sulfur has to do with suicide. And that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. All because of money. All because of money my own family stole from me. I didn't challenge them. All I did was ask them twice. They felt threatened. No lawyers. No family cussing them out. I asked them twice. She felt threatened to the point where they had to hire gang stalkers. They had to hire gang stalkers. They're threatened because my family were pigs. I guess my dad and my mom and my grandparents, we were all nothings to these people. Like nothing. We were just garbage. So everybody, they're angry. They're angry. You can't stand up for your rights. They have that supreme power. And what does the power say? We must know our place. We must know our place. We're like footstools. Now, whatever this is, I'm just angry because this is what I'm faced with. You see what I mean when I said isolation? This is what it causes. I haven't been interacting with a lot of people outside, and this is where I am right now. I think tomorrow I'm just going to have to go a relative's house and just chill for a while. Because I'm saying things, speaking out, using my words to say the wrong things. Because when you speak out loud, you should be something positive in your favor. Because we're not like them. Even in all of this, I don't wish that they would go out there and something would run them over or slice their head off. They would literally try to slice mine off if they could get away with it, just to keep money. Money is their motivation. So whatever, I just have to, just have to calm down. I'm just so angry at this whole situation. I'm just angry at it. They believe the more problems they can create for you is the more they'll send you on your merry way. That you'll take your own life and just give them what they want. That's not going to happen because I'm not suicidal. Anyway, I just wanted to, just remember this one motto that that wasn't Les Brown. I learned it. He said, nothing can You can't win all the time, but you also can't lose all the time. This is a fact of life. You cannot win all the time, but you also know you can't lose all the time, which means there's something better coming out of this. For me and for you, there's something better coming. There is. I just have to dig my heels in, find my center, keep my focus on prayer, and do what I do best. Get over the pain and just start rebuilding. Except I just don't know how to fight them. I don't think any of you has found a way to fight them yet, to get them completely gone. I don't think so. Because they've dug their heels in as well. They like to show power. This is how they show power. The longer the torment, this is how they show power. Anyway, thank you for responding. I know that I have power. God has the power. I just have to dip in to Him and let Him give me the power of the Holy Spirit. I myself have no power, but Jehovah has power. I'm nothing. I'm nothing. I'm just an angry tan woman right now. Angry. Not because I'm a bad person, but I'm really trying. And I don't know. They just keep doing things that they shouldn't do. So it's just, gang stalking has no point. It's all for money. For your own person, your inheritance. It's not like it's a bag of money that was sitting somewhere. It's your own inheritance. Money that's attached to somebody's name. Money that's attached. There might be somebody who is carrying my ID and they're trying to cash the shares in that my dad had or life insurance. I don't know. I don't know what is or was or is so bad that they have to try to kill me like this. I don't know. I don't think it's a point where they went to the bank and drew out his money. There's got to be more to it than that. Where somebody had to sign something. I don't know what they did. I have no idea. I don't know. Anyway, with that being said, I'm outsourcing my work for insurance. And I don't have for my advertising, my leads. I get my leads from outsourcing. And they all do. Because these people, they work for other companies as well that they outsource. They advertise and they verify the callers and they bring them in. So with that being said, I'm prepared for it. If my life is over because they feel like I'm outsourcing, I don't know what's wrong here, then I'm all for it. I say let's go. Let's just take this where it goes. If we got to go to court and I'm found guilty for something, then I'm all for it because I know what they've done, it needs to be addressed. What I've done, it needs to be addressed as well. I'm all for it. But anyway, with that being said, I wish you all a good night and God bless, and I'll talk tomorrow. And yes, I will look into that Psalm 82.6. I'm going to look into it now. Thank you, Quiet One.